One symposium will address the murder trial and conviction of Charles Cuffey, a 14-year-old who was a relative of Paul Cuffey, a New Bedford ship owner who was an African American. Holding the symposium is intended not only to allow us to learn about what a murder trial looked like back in 1871, when 3 justices of the Supreme Judicial Court traveled to New Bedford to preside over the trial, but also to learn about Charles Cuffey's lawyer, William Henry Johnson, the first African-American lawyer in Bristol County, who was born a slave, bred to be a jockey, and who eventually escaped, finally settling in the city of New Bedford. Through the leadership of Attorney John Markey of New Bedford and through assistance from the Southern New England School of Law, the Cuffey trial will become a teaching unit for students on what the administration of justice looked like in 1871 compared to what it looks like today. My second example builds on remarks made by District Attorney Sutter on the new partnership with the school community of Bristol County. Through our initiatives of exposing students to naturalization ceremonies, which has already taken place, superior court proceedings, as well as crime scene forensics, and introducing participating students to our professional community made up of lawyers, judges, and other judicial personnel, we hope to develop personal attachments with students and to cultivate their faith in our courts, which they soon will be asked to participate in through jury service. Correspondingly, and equally important, judges, lawyers, and court personnel, as was articulated by District Attorney Sutter, through their involvement in these initiatives, will come to possess richer understandings of the educators and students in our public and private schools. Let me just digress and add a sampling of some of the programs that we're going to be presenting. One of the most exciting and joyous, of course, is under the leadership of my colleague and my great friend, Fran McIntyre. That will be the reenactment of the Lizzie Borden trial, which will occur in all the venues of Bristol County, in Fall River, in this courthouse, in New Bedford, where it was originally tried, and in Taunton. And we thank the lawyers who are going to be the performers, and we particularly thank Francis O'Boy and Ray Berry, our thespian attorney, who was going to lead the program. And let me just touch upon some of the other programs, because I think they're exciting. Peter Barney is going to be leading a discussion on the 1969 and 1975 New Bedford teacher strikes. And we're going to bring into the midst of that discussion one of the teachers who went to jail. And we're going to try to probe collectively what that meant, what those 2 strikes meant to the people involved, to community relations, and to the lives of the students and the educators. We're going to look at 2 fascinating civil cases in the city of Fall River. The Great Mill Fire, which will speak very clearly to the different perception of workers' rights today from that held back in the 1800s. And we're going to be looking at the Watuppa water rights cases. And we're going to go back in time. Almost a quarter century has passed, and we're going to take a look through the leadership of Associate Justice Lloyd McDonald at Big Dance. And we're going to take a look at all of those logistical challenges. We're going to take a look at that competing tension of press and fair trial rights. And we're going to take a look, as best we can, on the perspectives that were existent then and exist now in terms of gender and ethnic stereotyping. So those are really some of the programs, and there are others that we're going to put on in the next year. And I look forward to seeing all of you there. And I want to say something else because it's a special interest of mine, and I think of the committees. We really hope that we can attract the attention of educators and students. We hope that educators can come to these programs and come away with new bursting ideas about what their curriculums can look like. and that they really take on the idea of Neil Postman, who said that history teaching should be thematic. And I hope that some of these fascinating cases can be the grist for the curriculum in the years.
I want to particularly, though, thank Judge Rouse, Judge Kane, and Judge McIntyre for their vision and their hard work. They have put together, as you can see from some of the materials that the press has, a truly exciting and fantastic array of events for 2009. I had a speaking engagement in Raynham before I came over here, and on the way down I asked my assistant to read me the list of events, the schedule of events for 2009, and every time a new one was read, and there are 15 so far that have been put together, I would say to her, wow, I really want to go to that. It's that interesting. And I think the people of Bristol County will be very well served by what takes place. I want to talk very briefly about the program that I'm involved in. And I'm honored to be a part of this program. This is something that is spearheaded by Judge Kane. Governor's Counselor Carol Fiola is involved in this. This is going to be putting together students in Bristol County with prosecutors and defense attorneys so that the students can see what takes place at the Superior Court and what the working life of a prosecutor and a defense attorney involves. I think it's a great opportunity for both the students and for the lawyers. I believe it was the Greeks that felt that the best teaching is teaching which instructs both the teacher and the student. The students will clearly learn about what the life of a prosecutor or a defense attorney or a judge or a probation officer, the criminal justice system is like. But my prosecutors will learn the way that typical young people view them and the system, which I believe will make them better trial lawyers, because as Judge Kane and I have discussed, the better you understand human nature, the better you understand the way young people, middle-aged people, older people think, the more effective you're going to be in front of a jury. So I'm excited to be part of that program.